Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to GEM's MBA information session. So thank you very much for taking the time to join us today and to learn more about our MBA and our executive MBA programs and how they can help you achieve your unique career goals. My name is Jenny Hinderscheit, and I'll be guiding you through today's session. So in today's session, we'll cover several key areas. We'll quickly provide a program overview. I don't want to spend too much time on this because a lot of it you can find on the website. And I'm really excited about the panel of speakers we have today and this chance for you to ask your questions about the GEM experience. So program overview, then we will go into the classroom experience. We'll discuss career services and professional development, student life, the alumni perspectives, quickly the next steps and how to apply, and then our favorite part, the Q&A and discussion. So with that, we will introduce ourselves. I am Jenny Hinderscheit, and I am the head of marketing for the MBA and DBA programs. And I'll let Andrea introduce herself.
Hello, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Andrea Yesilada, and I am the Associate Manager for the MBA and EMBA programs. I work directly with Chandra Dalpon, that is the director, who is actually in London at the moment for the EMBA Excellence Awards, as we have been nominated for the Diversity Award this year. So she might be joining us at the end of the webinar.
News. Good. And introducing our GEM faculty and support. So Pierre.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, wherever you're located. I'm Pierre Anger, and I'm teaching in the MBA negotiation and partner management. So I'll bring a testimony on pedagogical experience that you may have in class and outside the class as well, because both are important in an MBA program.
Thank you. And Virginie.
Hello, everyone. I'm Virginie, the Head of Student Services and managing the Career Services team as well. And I'm also Career Advisor for our MBA students.
And Marcin, could you please introduce yourself?
Yes, sure. So hi, I'm Marcin. So I can tell you a little bit about the student experience at GEM. Currently, I'm called the Chief Product Officer at Core Labs, which is a cybersecurity company. So feel free to ask anything student related for the GEM. Thanks.
Excellent, thank you. And Marcin's done a few media testimonials with us too. So if you'd like to learn more as well about his experience, we can send that to you. And Gay should be joining us shortly. So with that, we will dive into our topic. So looking at our MBA and EMBA programs, we're about leadership, tech innovation, and transformation. So driving change. Your MBA path. So what we offer is the Global MBA is a full-time immersive program, 10 months on campus. Our program is over 20 years old with 2,300 alumni around core. I'll get into this in a moment, but we have the core business strategies around, and focus on global leadership and international study trips with a choice of specializations. We have two tracks for our executive MBA. Our executive MBA is a part-time program for experienced professionals. It is done over, not 12 months, 21 months plus the capstone and done in blocks. So this allows you to maintain your full-time employment. And it includes 9 in-person weeks, so 4 in Grenoble, 2 within European locations, and 3 specialization weeks plus online courses. And within that executive MBA, we have a very unique tech track in microelectronics or energy. So the GEM applied learning model is based around 450 core hours. So, in your strategic marketing, finance, operations, innovation, sustainability, digital marketing, you name it. We're really about strategic leadership, so transforming complex business challenges through hands-on projects. And Pierre will give some more examples of that in a moment. We have a choice of specializations, which adds up to about 90 hours of entrepreneurship and data, finance, and luxury, or you can opt for the tech track. And we also have company visits and networking opportunities. So why GEM? It's really, I think the access to Grenoble's thriving tech hub is really important. We are Europe's leading innovation region for startups and transformation, and we really have sustainability at our core, integrated throughout our modules. So about building responsible leadership and building ethical management practices. We have a global network, and we offer these international study trips and multicultural cohorts and with leading international faculty. And not to mention our recognized excellence, triple accredited business school among the top 1% in the world. We are internationally recognized by the French Ministry of Higher Research and Higher Education. It's also may be important for you in your home countries. We are ranked with QS and Financial Times, top 30 in Europe, top 50 worldwide. And it's really important is our strategic partnerships with leaders in our tech hubs. So the SERA, and among many others. So these are the core modules that our MBA and EMBA are based around. I'll come back to this later during the Q&A if we want to get into the details. But just to show you that we're around future-ready strategies, transforming ideas into impact, leading teams with purpose and influence, and driving excellence. And then our 6 specialization options. So the first 5 are offered for our full-time MBA programs. And we also have the tech track for very unique profiles. This is in microelectronics or energy and only offered through our executive EMBA. And a quick look at our really unique tech track within our executive MBA. So this is done in partnership with our local tech hubs, so the CEA, and it's really designed for tech professionals, scientists, engineers who are looking to maybe have started in the sciences and are ready to take their careers to the next level. Managing labs, managing teams, or realizing that this is where a lot of their core, and actually Marcin also, who works in tech, can maybe share his experience as well, but the importance of taking your profile to that next executive level. And we're really excited to offer this through these specific specializations as well. And we also offer for our full-time MBA a trip to Berlin, where you do company visits, hands-on projects. Andrea can share a little bit about this as well. She's going in next month. But again, we'll save this for the panel so I can let everybody else talk first. And then for our executive MBA, we'll offer 2 trips, also to Berlin and another European location. And with that, I will hand it over to Pierre, who will talk to us about the classroom experience. So thank you. Thank you, Pierre.
Thank you, Julie. So I'm going to witness, the kind of the experience that you will go through in the MBA classes. So first of all, that's clear that you all have experience, and we are going a lot to leverage that experience through a lot of exchanges, and we move from a stance of you're taught something to a stance where you're going to experience the ability to leverage your past experience, and so that the subject that we are going to cover, for some of them, are going to put some words on intuitions that you already have. So we're going to use conceptual framework to help you be more consistent in your decisions and be able to think at different layers. So that can be from the individual layer, so your personal leadership attitudes, for instance, up to organizational design to achieve, bigger business objectives. So there's a lot of the GEM learning approach is really about thinking, from the macro elements to implication at your scale. So in my class in particular, we are talking about partner management and negotiation. So we're going through how can we leverage external partnership to achieve superior business performance. or to achieve the specific innovations, or to decarbonize the upstream supply chain, for instance, or attacking scope 3 on one side. So that's really, we're talking about strategies at the strategic level, but also how to do that with hands-on methods, and how can you be equipped with elements that helps you, framework, processes, tools, checklist, computation, whatever the different methods that we use, so that you can take better decisions on one side. But on the other, you still have to craft and negotiate these partnerships. So we're back into actually using negotiation as a vehicle to create value with external partners. And in that case, we are talking about you as a negotiator, because you bring your own experience, you bring your own habits, your patterns on one side, and also you're going to learn how to leverage new techniques to generate more sustainable value with your partnerships. So we go back and forth from the micro to the micro and macro level in that case. It's highly collaborative. So you're going to do lots of group work. You're going to leverage your past experience, or you're going to venture into new ones, or ones that you want to investigate. Okay, on one side, and they work like that. We're going to be able to blend theory and practice. Okay, from real business cases, either yours or some that you are going to dig into during the course, and as well as leading edge techniques and technologies that are used in the field that we are looking at. The of course, I mean, and especially through the specializations, I think usually there is projects that you are going to, and Marcin, I'm sure, can witness on that. There's projects that you're going to follow, and you're supported by the academic team and the team to help you out with these projects. And of course, I'll be happy to answer any specific questions later on in the Q&A session.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Okay. And that's that. We will hand it over to Virginie.
Hi, everyone, again. We offer a whole set of services and coaching and counseling to our MBA students to help them throughout the time they spend with us, to help them with their professional objective and help them get an opportunity, a job, or at the end of their time with us. So we have a whole set of workshops organized, or like dedicated workshops for our students that will tackle subjects like linked to employability, developing employability skills, professional project, things like working on LinkedIn as a tool to elevate their profile, to be visible, to expand their network, also like public speaking, and really also working on the base, like working on the CV, how to craft and create an impactful CV that will enhance the chances to be selected for an interview when applying to jobs. We also have a dedicated platform for our MBA students where they can find a lot of job opportunities and resources, and a whole network also of people to connect with. And the core of the work we do with our MBA students is on a one-on-one basis, because each one has a unique background, unique set of skills they're bringing, and each one has a specific objective, and this is something we work together throughout the year, and from like day one until they find an opportunity at their own pace. And maybe Gay and Marcin will be able to share their experience working with me as a career coach. So it's really something that is important, individualizing our approach and our support for our students. again, each one of our students is unique and has a specific objective, and we really help them individually with all the set of skills they already have, helping them transition into a new career if this is what they're aiming for, and so on.
Thank you, Virginie. I think we'll have a lot of questions for you after this. And I think it also really highlights the theme today that even though the MBA can be seen as a general management degree, it's very highly personalized. People are learning those foundational skills to bring back to their career goals. And your services are really key to that happening. And I think a lot of our alumni credit you for finding their next jobs, and I know your services are highly appreciated at GEM.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and also maybe something that is important is that we have a whole team working also to connect our students with companies through corporate events throughout the year. We organized last year we organized a total of 200 workshops and events to help our students through their employability path, and so we have a whole set of corporate institutions and companies we partner with that we welcome into our premises and organize time for them to meet our students and recruit our students.
Yes, I'm here.
Hi,
and I'm so
thank
sorry
you.
I'm late.
No.
But yes, I was able to join. And hi, everybody. Hey, Pierre. Hey, and long time no see. But I'm happy to be with future MBA cohorts as well in the call. As mentioned by the team earlier, my name is Gay, and I joined the MBA program in 2022. I'm currently working at Schneider, and that's also thanks to my MBA journey with GEM. And I'm happy to take on any questions about life in general or about the MBA journey for international students, and to share any tips that you guys might need as you move forward with your decision to join GEM as an MBA cohort.
Great, thank you. All right, why don't we, I'll start by tackling, I guess I'll ask you some of these questions we have posted here. I guess maybe tell us a little bit about why GEM? Why did you come to Grenoble? Why did you choose this path?
Do we take it one by one, or maybe?
Yeah, let's do that. Thank you.
All right. For me, it's probably easy answer because I'm here already since 10 years. But why GEM? It's because of the triple accreditation was something that brought my attention. So it's something that's very important, and I'm very happy that GEM stands up to the standards and actually performs very well and achieves it on the continual basis. So this was one of the criterion, and then also I did some comparison on the programs, and I found out that GEM is really standing up in the how program is updated recurrently to the current needs. So that's my answer.
Thank you.
For me, I had kind of a very clear set of checklist or tick list. For me, when I was trying to decide where exactly to enroll for the MBA program, and what made me go with GEM was one, language is definitely a concern for me, and from what I've read and from what I've heard as well, GEM has a very good international program for people like me who's not really very good with French. Secondly, I was also looking for a school that's really focused on business, which is where I was looking at in terms of career progression. And GEM was also able to tick that off in my list. And third, it's a pretty international area to be at in Grenoble. So it's easier in terms of integration for people like me who's not really from Europe in general. And it doesn't give you the cost that, let's say, Paris or any bigger city would typically have. when you decide to, let's say, move to that specific bigger place. And so for me, those three main considerations were really what made me decide to go with GEM.
All right, thank you. And both of you are now working in Grenoble. So how has the MBA changed your career path, I guess, since graduating?
Okay, you want to start this time? And I
Yeah,
can
I was
follow
kind
up?
of thinking how to answer that one. So, so maybe as a kind of a little bit of a context. So I'm not exactly like one of the profiles that you would see for an MBA, because I'm one of the older cohorts in my batch. For me, I think the most takeaway that I have that really helped me with where I am today is that the program at GEM basically gave you a bit more insight as to how companies in France operate. And it also kind of introduces you already to how it is to work with people in general in an international environment, because you do deal with that on a daily basis during your classes at GEM.
Good. Maybe I can continue then.
Yes, please.
Yes. So how to say it? For me, what was important on the my career path, it's like, just to give you a little bit of background. I'm like 10 years in the software development, from different roles up to the CTO, so really technical perspective. And I was searching something more, and actually to understand how the products we are creating in the tech side bring the value to the customers, and what can be the link between those, how to make it better, how to make the communication easier. And this is what I was searching for, and this is what I found during the multiple courses. So different level of the collaboration or negotiation techniques, frameworks that normally I knew that exist in the technical world, were also introduced from the business side. So many of those that when you are in strict tech environment, you are not aware of existence, and you are not sure how to better take the decision on the business level before actually diving into the frameworks and understanding the core concepts. So for me, this was something I was searching for, and Jane gave it to really multiple different courses looking at the business from different perspectives. And I think this is a really life-changing experience, because like this, you are now accommodated with the not only the frameworks, but through the immersive projects that you can participate in, you can apply those frameworks. So I think that's a very great experience.
That's interesting. Maybe while you're doing your MBA, maybe you can list some of your, I'd say, memorable experiences, but also those could be your hands-on projects, how you were able to apply your learnings, was it company visits? What was it that stood out to you during your experience?
For me, it was really getting into that cultural mindset, in the sense that, I mean, you sometimes you think that you kind of know already how things work in a multicultural environment, and then when you get to actually be in that environment on a daily basis, trying to I guess trying to really be able to adapt to it quite quickly. That one was fairly memorable, in the sense that you get to share that experience with several other individuals who are in the same situation as you. So you start building relationships with several other people who have a different culture compared to you, a different way of thinking things through. a different way of seeing life, which enhances how you are as a person. And it gives you a bigger perspective of how the world is. So for me, that one is like a very big memorable experience for me. Of course, not to forget the trip that we had for I think it was the one in Berlin, where we were able to visit a lot of companies and also see in person how they operate. And also, we did have a lot of exercises that we did with our professors um, for sustainability, for procurement, for example, for negotiation, which really helped eventually with some of the things that we're doing now, even after school. And for me, those are lasting experiences that would really help myself as I progress towards the career track that I'm trying to move forward with in France.
Okay, so for me, the memorable experience was related to what Guy also mentioned, the cultural differences that we all have. Like we've had a group of people, few coming from completely different environments, different continents, and the understanding of their experience or trying to put yourself in their shoes to see the problem from their perspectives, it was really something enriching. And also understanding the different different levels of the maybe not empathy or understanding of the subjects, how they influence the decision, how your culture can influence this decision from where you are, like from which country you are from, that there are some biases existing that can make you react differently, which can be not expected from the side if you are only in box, let's say in just Europe, right? So I think this was something that is very memorable. And then trip to Berlin, very good, well organized, and a good set of the companies and people presenting there. From the business aspects, a little bit from the governmental administration aspects in some automation classes. It was very good, well chosen experience.
I'm just going to just quickly go over what next steps, if you're interested in applying. We have international recruitment advisors for our full-time MBA who are happy to reach out, or you can happy to reach out to them, and they'll be happy to discuss with you and walk you through the application. If you're interested in our executive MBAs, please feel free to email mba@grenoble-em.com. You may need some more personalized advice, and we're happy to help you with those. And so with that, I'm going to open this up to Q&A. I'm going to ask Andrea also, who is very familiar with the programs, to jump in on this and share some of the classroom experience. And also, I think Pierre and Virginie will have some more to say as well, especially after hearing Marcin and Guy's experience. And so with that, I will stop sharing.
Talked about maybe a little bit about the program itself. Most probably, Gay and Marsan, you might want to add more your view as a student. I will show you, I will let you know from the other side. So we're looking at the Global MBA is an intensive full program that is 10 months here in Grenoble. It's in English, so you will study in English while living in France, basically. We do offer a French class because we do think that learning French, it's quite important as part of the program. So that's an optional class that we highly recommend it to follow, because it will help you open doors if later on you would like to stay in France and look for any other opportunities, internship opportunities or work opportunities. So you're looking around 30 hours per week, I will say, from Monday to Friday. So as I said, it's quite intensive. You will have an experiential learning in the classroom. And outside the classroom, I think Pierre talked a little bit about that. We are really focused on case studies, group projects, business projects, company visits, networking, and getting to meet experts. It's quite important for the MBA. We have also a small cohort. I think it's important to say that the MBA is, this year we have 20 students. It's quite international. We have around 13 nationalities through the 20 students. So you can see that they all come with different backgrounds. It's quite diverse. And it creates really, it's like an intimate group that you can, for the teaching experience, I guess, Pierre, you can, maybe my resonate might be easier on that sense also for the students and the professors to build relationships, to be able to learn a little bit more. And it's more accessible, I will say. So the average age is around 33 years between all. They all have, this year we'll say 9 years professional experience between all of them. So they all come from diverse backgrounds. So they all bring in something already to the MBA, as you have to have already a professional background and experience to be part of the program. There's also a lot of personal and professional workshops. Virginie has maybe we work already with her regarding CVs, LinkedIn, how to add value to your LinkedIn profile, to your CV, how to prepare you for future interviews. So that's a big part also of the program. There's career events, roundtables, discussions. So that you can find the international trip that I think it has already been mentioned. That's a big part of it also. It's a global immersion. We all go together as a group. It's a study trip. And we will be leaving soon, actually, to Berlin again. Well, we'll be visiting companies. It's, as you know, it's tech-based. So we give them this year, we'll visit Zalando. We will be visit the Hubraum Telecom. So students also will have class in Berlin. So they will follow the value creation through transformative technologies class. So everything is kind of related. So they're following the class, and at the same time, their hands-on experience in Berlin, they're visiting companies, they're speakers, it's international oriented. So everything is kind of linked to try to give them that experience and make it really hands-on for them. Then you have the specializations as well. Maybe, I don't know if Marcin, which specialization did you follow at the time of your MBA?
Finance one.
Finance and Gay?
For me, it was smart and sustainable business, but I think I didn't see it
Yes. Now
anymore.
it changed. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
it's
we
a
have
different
to
one.
change and
Evolve
adapt
it.
and, you know,
Yep.
according to the market, to the demands of students. So now we're running 4 specializations. So basically you have luxury, that it's more marketing related, finance, that maybe Marcin can let us know a little bit more about that from the other side. We have the entrepreneurship. We have business analytics and AI. And business analytics, what it's important to mention, that it's not tech focused, it's really business focused in data and AI. That's the focus on that, the specialization. We will have a new one, value creation through R&D. And of course, if we go later to the EMBA, you have the 2 additional options that Jeannie mentioned before, that are the microelectronics and the energy specialization. So I think another highlight of the program is not only the academic part of it. You know, there's a timeline. You start in September, your academic classes, you go all the way through June. That will be the academic part of it. And then you have to do a thesis. And also there's a professional experience that you need to do to be able to have the MBA diploma. So maybe you can also maybe let us know a little bit about that later. Marcin, I think you already, or Gay, that you already completed, you know, just the highlights of how that go.
Marcin, do you want me to take that one first?
Yeah, I can start, of course. So actually, I don't know if it's still the case, but when I was doing it, there were 2 options. So one was to classically get hired somewhere and then do this internship, or the second option was to start your own business and like say how do you bootstrap the company. So I chose the second one, and then basically I just created a cybersecurity product, which I explained what is the way of the development of the company. And this was my I think it was 12, I think it's 6 months that these require. So 6 months roadmap for the project with the execution that validated my internship.
Yeah, for the professional experience now it's 13 weeks minimum. So it's still kind of, there's an oral presentation at the end highlighting the skills acquired in the company and how you link them with your training, the MBA training. What you learn, what can you propose, future solutions. So that's also important to know. So we cover several areas of that I guess they all help you on a way acquired, and I hope it resonates, all these skills to be able to progress in your career, because I guess that's the goal, to find or a new job, progress in your career differently, discover new sectors that you might want to go in. So, Gay, is it for you? Was it the case?
From my end, it's the program was a little bit different at the time. That was like
Yeah, it
almost 4
evolves.
years ago. Yeah, so it evolved a bit. So internship was optional for us at the time, but luckily I was able to get a seat within Schneider, and that's where I am 2 years down the road, which basically kind of helped me land the positions that I have at the moment.
Okay, thank you. So I think maybe we can pass also to Virginie a little bit more about the career positions, when you coach students, how they come to you, because the Career Center plays a really important role and gives all these opportunities and tools for students really to prepare them to find this internship and find. We don't give you the job, we prepare you to find this and have this better, I will say, a better place to get it. So Virginie, do you have something to add on this?
Yeah, I would say that career planning is really essential throughout the journey during the MBA. Really first clarifying the objectives. So some of our students are willing to stay in the same kind of role, but with more responsibilities. Some are willing to keep a similar role, but in a totally different sector. And some are willing to completely change careers. So this is where we individualized coaching is really important, because each one is different and has a unique objective. So the first step is to clarify the career objective. So where do we want to go? What is realistic to set as a goal as well? And based on the market, based on the geographical location, and based on the set of skills they have already acquired throughout their experience, their past experience, and the skills they will develop during the MBA. Also identifying together the potential obstacles. For example, targeting, a strategic consulting role in France without speaking French is a challenge. Yes. So these are the kind of things we discuss together in order to set a realistic goal. Also keeping them open to potential other opportunities, because as you all said, they have a lot of they have a lot of opportunities to meet with companies, to discuss with alumni, to develop their knowledge of the market, to discover various places where they could work. So throughout, and also maybe based on the courses they will have, they will realize that this is a topic they really enjoy and they would like to go further. So maybe they have an objective at the beginning of the MBA, but that will evolve throughout the time. So this is why regularity and meeting together on a regular basis help also adapt and readapt the objective and the focus. And then working on the application skills they need to develop, and tools as well, because at some point you have to to look for a job and apply. So you need to be ready with a strong and solid CV, with a good and LinkedIn profile. Also, we help them with networking skills. How do you connect with your network? What do you say when? What type of people did you have to target for the specific objective you have? So we do that as group sessions and also individual sessions, and also bringing specific opportunities for MBA profiles with one of our like partner platforms that is really dedicated to MBAs. Yeah, this is what we do basically.
So there you have a little bit of the glance, an overview of what we can offer. So I'll give it back to you, Jeannie.
Great, thank you. I have a question here in the chat. It says, given that, I think somebody who's maybe worried about moving to France, the French language, adapting to France. And actually, I realize, several of us on this call didn't come here, maybe not being perfect in French. Grenoble is the second, it's the second English-speaking city in France. It's got a very, large population of scientists and students here. It's a smaller city, around 400,000 people, but very used to this international community. You also have opportunities to learn French and speak French. People probably won't necessarily speak in English with you, so you get a chance, but quite open culturally. It's a very much a mixed a diversity that we're quite proud of. And I think I would ask Pierre, maybe come back to you a little bit. What is your take? I mean, hearing that these alumni give their experience, and maybe you can kind of recap sort of that classroom experience and the professional and some of these projects that they work on.
Well, the first element that I can witness is the diversity aspect of this take. This is a truly international MBA, as far as students get concerned with. There's, as you said, 18 different nationalities, or 16 over 20 students right now. So it's truly diverse, truly international, and that's of course a very good exposure of what it is to work in a big company like Schneider Electric, like is doing right now, where you will find a lot of French, because it's a French company to start with, but now it's really a global company with contacts. You're going to work with contacts all over the world. So that's the first element. As far as my teaching is concerned, I'm looking after negotiation. I mean, now the course is partnership management and negotiation, and we leverage that in the negotiation course, because of course you come with your own background, with your cultural background in the negotiation, and we leverage that so that you can be exposed on very diverse ways of negotiating, or diverse ways of thinking about what is a partnership. And I'm sure Gay and Marcin can recall quite different approaches from their fellow
classmates.
Their fellow classmates, definitely. The second aspect is, and I think also that an MBA is as good as you make it good. So it's a big opportunity that is offered to you to have access to of course, an academic background, but also professional like me that are on the same side teaching, because I'm not a seasoned teacher. I mean, as academic teacher, I'm not coming from the professional world. So you have access to people with a lot of experience, and you can leverage that as far as you get invested, as far as you go. You do the extra mile on top of what is asked, on the classic curriculum, and you have that opportunity. So with the staff that you're meeting, but also with your colleagues, I mean your classmates, and also with all the different activities that are organized for you beyond just the class itself. So I'm sure, and I recall very well Gay and Marcin, you made extra investments in some of the courses, and I'm sure you benefit more from the what you learned at that time. Now that you're back in a job and leveraging what the experience that you've gone through the MBA. So the second part is really for me. It's as good as you make it good, because you have. I mean, it's a big opportunity and you can leverage it in multiple ways. Let's do it like that. The third part of it is the exposure, because it's still an MBA. It's an exposure at a C-level way of thinking. What is a business? How to transform business? How to look at the future? And really, it's a safe place on one side to make experiences. It's a safe place to bounce ideas, to discuss, to experience different ways of looking at it, but also a place that's going to challenge you. And it's going to challenge the way you are looking at a business, the way you're looking at this business evolving over time. And so it's like it's a nice environment to be able to on one side learn things, experience things without a lot of risk, basically, because we are in a curriculum, and but still it's going also to challenge the way you think. Maybe putting your experience, you're going to find echoes of your experience or dissonance from what you experienced as well, and you get richer, way richer out of the experience, like in an MBA level program, I'd say. That's what I wanted to witness. I don't know if Marcin, you agree with me, because you were on the other side. I mean, we were
Yes.
side to side
Yeah.
most of the time, but that's what I have the feeling the students' experiences throughout the program.
Fully agree with what Pierre shared. And I think ultimately at the end of the day, it's really how open and how receptive you are towards all of the things that you're going to be encountering inside and outside the classroom. Um, because if you're not really that open to absorb everything that you're learning and everything that you're experiencing, of the French culture, of how French companies typically work, as you would see when you're doing the company visits, then it's gonna be hard because you yourself are stopping your own self from really, adapting in it. And I would say that if you're not from France or if you're not from Europe, you would really find yourself um, evolving, because it's a completely different way of working with people. If you're in a corporate environment, it's a different way of communicating with individuals, because we all have a different way of putting out what we want to say. And you really need to be like a sponge at the end of the day, and be willing to take it all in, get the good that you can out of it, and evolve, let yourself be this like more the better you that you can be.
Yeah, maybe I can also add, like, I really agree with the safe environment. So it's something that actually, like, for example, comparing to talking about negotiation class, you will not lose the $1 million contract, but you can still find the differences with negotiating in a safe environment, like Pierre framed it. So you can push yourself with the knowledge you acquired to some limits and go out of your comfort zone, which you normally will probably not be as comfortable to do it in a business world. But here you can safely try. You can see what can be the outcome. You can compare the outcomes of the other people who did similar things. And I think this is important. And also maybe having all of those experiences with even a small people group, like you said that now it's 20 people, but there's always some people that you love to work with, some people that are harder to work with, and you must balance, because you at the end you do the group projects, you work with every people that is there, right? So you must try to overcome certain obstacles and make progress as a group, and I think that's also important. It's also aligning with the safe environment phrase.
Excellent, thank you. So Marcin and Gay both followed our full-time program. I've got a couple questions here about our executive MBAs along with our tech track. So one of the questions is wondering about, probably working and following an executive MBA at the same time. Is it possible? The course is designed in modules, so it does require taking some time off work. It requires perhaps talking with your families, readjusting your schedule. It is a commitment. And we hope that we're able to, follow, to help you, guide you along during this commitment to make sure that you can still follow your jobs. But it is a question to really think about, and we're happy to have individual one-on-one chats with you. And we can send you, the schedule. You might want to talk with your employer about taking that time off work, being able to dedicate, some evening courses as well. So those are things that we're happy to talk through with you individually as each person has their own circumstances. And then also, from our executive MBA programs also has the choice of those specializations. So those are 3 weeks. And you can find those on the website. And then our tech is very specific, in which we work with, the CEA and local tech companies. And again, we're happy to have individualized conversations if those tracks are the best for you. Because you could also, like Marcin having a tech background, could decide whether or not one of those in microelectronics or energy, but rather also get those same skills and wants from a general executive MBA or MBA program as well. You can take those skills back to your workplace in tech. So these are, as everyone's kind of coming with their own situations, these are things that, that Andrea and Chandra and I, and we're all happy to sit down and chat with you about, if you'd like to reach out to us. And I'll put our contact information in the chat. Do we have any other questions? Or any other last points that anybody would like to add?
Maybe some advice you would like to give to the new prospect students, Marcin or Gay? There's many candidates online that, are thinking that the program resonates, that they have still not decided, something that you wish to tell them?
Yeah. I think for me is that when you do decide to join the program, kind of also be clear that in terms of your expectations, it's also aligned with what you signed up for. Because sometimes I would hear like people that would say, oh, I expected to do an MBA, I expected to give me my job. But at the end of the day, your program enables you to have the tools that you need to be able to find work, but it's not all up to the program to get you there. So it gives you the tools to get where you want to go, but at the end of the day, you also need to kind of push yourself towards helping yourself to get there and not rely it entirely on your program.
Thank you. That's great advice. Marcin?
Yeah, so maybe from my side, like going out of the comfort zone is very important, and then really what Pierre said. So like push yourself to the limit, like take the most. It's an opportunity. So if you take it by both hands, and you can really squeeze a lot of it, because there is people that are passionate about what they are teaching you. They have not only academic style, but very often also professional experience that they just want to push into you. So just take it, ask for more. That's a very important part.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, and with that, we'll conclude since we're on the hour. Thank you so much to our panelists for joining us today. And again, if anyone has any questions, feel free to reach out to us at mba@grenoble-em.com.
Thank you, everyone.